Trump lobs another assault on our democracy, but Republicans finally decide to take a strong and principled, they do absolutely nothing. This is just another day. No one is a fan of long flights. Your body gets restless, there's only so many hours you can spend watching whatever the person next to you is watching, and most importantly, because of the altitude, you start to say some crazy shit.
Bannon said in a recent interview that there could be plans for you to be able to run and potentially win a third term in 2028. Is that something you'd be willing to challenge the board to be?
Well, I haven't really thought about it. We have some very good people, as you know, but I have the best poll numbers I've ever had. I mean, I just solved 8 wars and a 9th is coming. I believe Russia, Ukraine will happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. The correct answer from an American president to the question, are you seeking a third term, is no. We also would have accepted nah or hell to the nah. But unfortunately, we can't accept I have the best poll numbers I ever had. Oh, I'm sorry. You weren't finished?
I would love to do it. I have my best numbers ever. It's very terrible. I have my best numbers.
So you're not ruling out a third term?
Am I not ruling it out? You'll have to tell me.
One theory on how you might try to serve a third term is that you could run as the vice president.
Yeah, I'd be allowed to do that.
Is it the White House's or the White House counsels or your legal position, I guess?
You'd be allowed to do that, but I wouldn't do that. I think it's too cute. Yeah, I would rule that out because it's too cute. I think the people wouldn't like that. It's too cute.
Yes, that is why it wouldn't be right. Because of the cuteness. Trump skirting constitutional law by running as J.D. Vance's VP pick and then replacing him as like a puppy and a kitten in a basket being joined by Baby Yoda holding a baby. It's a venerable heart attack of cuteness. If you want to know why this is such a dire moment for America, our current president of the United States, aboard Air Force One, is bandying about the various ways he'd love to upend our democracy, and this is the very next question that he's asked.
A golf-related question? Do you mind? Your personally the most difficult shot for you in golf?
Oh my God, for fuck's sake. And a quick follow-up, sir, can I blow you now or should I wait until the plane lands? Like, what in the actual fuck is going on? I bet in the throes of January 6th, this intrepid reporter asked Donald Trump what his strategy was for staying so slim. This is not the first time Trump has floated the idea of a 2028 run. In fact, he's floated it so hard, he's even offered everyone a chance to wear the idea. But the reality is, there are plenty of moderate Republicans who will dismiss this insinuation of a third term as nothing more than Trump's attempt at humorous hyperbole. That Donald isn't serious and he doesn't really plan on running again. And to that I say, why wouldn't he? Because that is somehow a bridge too far? Trump is sending our own military into cities that he deems the enemy of America. The man with the world's worst case of election interference Tourette's is forcing his Justice Department to send election observers or monitors to California and New Jersey to make sure our nation can trust the results, and he's ordered conservative governors to redistrict their maps mid-cycle so they highly favor Republicans on camera, by the way.
Are you calling then for a complete redrawing of the congressional map ahead of next year?
Just a very simple redrawing. We pick up 5 seats. But we have a couple of other states where we'll pick up seats also.
No. I'm not doing the thing you insinuated. I'm doing a different thing that's exactly the same. In what world is Donald Trump not running for a third term? Do people think members of his own party are going to stand up to him? That they're going to be the bulwark against his overreach? Good fucking luck. After Trump led his MAGA disciples to overthrow the Capitol and overturn the election in 2020, establishment Republicans like Lindsey Graham took to the floor to say stuff like this.
To the conservatives who believe in the Constitution, now's your chance to stand up and be counted. And when it's over, it is over. It is over. The final thing, Joe Biden. I've traveled the world with Joe. I hoped he lost. I prayed he would lose. He won.
And yet, where is that great defender of democracy now?
Trump 2028. I hope this never ends.
Yes, apparently the cost to sell out your country is a green fee at one of Trump's resorts. Just a little over 10 years ago, when Trump was denigrating John McCain's military service, a certain conservative commentator said this.
It's typical Trump. All bluster, very little substance. He talks a tough game, but then when pressed on it, he's an armchair tough guy. I hate to say it, but this is a guy who said that John McCain is not a war hero, yet he sought his own 5 military deferments.
And yet, where is that patriot with his moral code now? Why, he's relocated and taken up residence in the Commander-in-Chief's colon. But not to worry, he still braves the outside world from time to time to make special comments like this.
It is a personal honor to be able to witness the way you lead and negotiate. I wish people had a full understanding of what that looks like.
Now, if you all will excuse me, I have to crawl back up the sweet-smelling bowels of the world's healthiest man. Back during the Biden administration, one governor was appalled at the prospect of what they saw as complete government overreach.
They were encouraging President Biden to activate our National Guard soldiers so that they would stand down. He actually was going to take control of our South Dakota National Guard and actually activate them so that they would not protect America. So recognizing the real threat that was to states' rights and how that would be the first time in history a president would pay a soldier to not fight, to not protect our country, made me show up in Texas the next day to let Governor Abbott know, I'm here. South Dakota is with you. We will defend our Constitution. We will defend our rights.
And yet, where is this sovereign state prosecutor today?
One of the things I've been dealing with all day here in Portland is a bunch of pansies that are elected into political office who won't make a decision to keep their citizens safe.
Pansies? You know, I'd like to make a joke about how outdated your insults are, but I don't feel like having my dog take a bullet to the head today. But I guess it's true what they say. When you look at a problem from 30,000 feet on your $172 million taxpayer-funded Gulfstream jet, things really do come into focus. Or how could we forget this former senator over the president's shoulder, the one looking at Trump like he's the star of the rom-com in his mind? Years ago, Rubio had some pretty harsh words about the prospect of one term of a Donald Trump presidency.
You compared Donald Trump to a third world dictator yesterday in an interview with the New York Times. How so?
Well, I don't know about a dictator. I said a third world strongman. He's running for president, so no matter what, he won't be a dictator unless our republic completely crumbles, which I don't anticipate it will.
Yeah, I mean, how could it? For that to happen, you'd have to find politicians so unprincipled, so amoral, so spineless that they'd be willing to completely abandon their values for even the slightest chance at moving up a rung on the Republican ladder. Oh, wait, did I cut you off, Marco? How rude of me. Sorry, let me allow you to dig yourself deeper into this hole.
It's basically the argument he's making that he single-handedly is going to turn the country around. We've never been that kind of country. We have a president. The president is an American citizen who serves for a period of time, constrained by the constitutions and the powers vested in that office. I can tell you this, no matter what happens in this election, for years to come, there are many people on the right, in the media, and voters at large that are going to be having to explain and justify how they fell into this trap of supporting Donald Trump, because this is not going to end well one way or the other.
Wow. For a party that so vehemently hates the trans community, they sure don't mind a transition.
I know of no president, probably in our modern history, that's sought peace more than President Trump has.
To give credit where credit's due, it was nice of Marco to take Trump's balls out of his mouth before speaking. The Republican Party, whose leaders love to wrap themselves in the flag and claim they love America more than their children, have sold out our democracy over and over again. They have shifted the Overton window so far that normalcy is less recognizable than Kristi Noem's original face. If moderate Republicans are supposed to be the backstop against some supposed nefarious dictatorship, that ship has sailed. This is the party that promised to never add trillions to the debt or usurp states' rights or undermine the Constitution, and yet they have willingly lined up behind a convicted felon who is undermining the Constitution on the daily, is sending billions of taxpayer dollars to foreign countries while our own citizens struggle under the weight of a faltering economy and skyrocketing healthcare costs, and are more than happy to laud dear leader as he uses his office to enrich himself and his entire family. The worst is happening. Our Justice Department has allowed itself to be weaponized. One institution after another, be it a university, a law firm, or a billion-dollar tech company, or a media outlet, has decided to kiss Trump's ring in an effort to prioritize their bottom line over democracy, and once again, Donald Trump has floated the idea of extending his presidency to a third term. But thanks to the tidal wave of anti-democratic actions, it barely registers on the insanity radar. Normally, I'd have a message here for any Republicans who might care about the future of our democracy, but I think I'll let Lindsey Graham do the talking.
To the conservatives who believe in the Constitution, now's your chance to stand up and be counted.
I won't hold my breath. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.